Everybody, welcome back to the F2 category for the Transnation Formula 1. We are here at Hungary for the Hungarian Grand Prix. I'm joining commentary with Bailey Ford again, like last weekend. So, Bailey, in the combox.
How you all going? Back for another race.
Pretty good.
Third one of the season, I think.
Only 11 drivers this morning. People being away, not sure why, but more, what should I say? Not as many drivers as we tend to have over the season so far. But anyway.
Oh, crap, that's really awkward.
What? You're not a
spectator. Yeah. Oh, alright.
Well, you're not a spectator?
No, I can just retire the side session.
Oh yeah, that's what happened to me at, what was it? I think it happened to me at, Britain, or something like that, I'm not sure. It happened to me sometime. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say yellow flags at the 3.
It's just me. Alright.
So, Hungary, Bailey, what do you think of the track?
Yeah, it's pretty tight and twisty circuit. Pretty much regarded as Monaco with little walls a bit like not as close to the track, but drivers definitely have to be aware a lot of the lap. It's like not much place where you can afford to make a mistake, and there's some fast tricky turns like turn 4. I think it is a fast left-hander going uphill, so yeah, it should be a good race to watch.
So as you say that, Albert is the first man out on track on the medium compound tyre. He can, I was going to say he can extend his championship lead, but I've just realised Robin is here. I thought he wasn't here. Obviously I think the strategy around here is hards, not hards to mediums, mediums to hards. So it's a one-stop strategy.
Owen's the furthest around the track at the moment, so it'll be
he is first around track.
And soft tyres, so maybe he's looking to do another strategy like he did around Germany. Softer hards.
Owen is on quite of a roll so far. I think he's won 4 races in a row, so
yeah, definitely catching the front.
We'll be looking to add to that win tally. So you've seen Owen do this in the past, go on the softer compound, do the one stop from the softer compound. It's worked out from a couple of occasions as he starts a flying lap. Do you want to take us for a lap, Bailey, around Budapest?
So,
the Hungarian?
Yep, the longest straight on the track, straight, holding his 7 gears, shifts his braking about 75 metres out of the corner, drops it into 2nd gear, opening the CRS for the second straight, into 7th gear, down to 3rd for turn 2, on the sweep of left-hander, then a quick right-hander, now coming up turn 4, very fast left-hander. If you get it wrong, it's going to be invalidated or you're going to spin it into the wall, so he takes that nicely. Don't touch the side curve there, keep it 4th gear, now the tight chicane, keep it in 3rd or 2nd gear, don't touch too many loopholes otherwise it unsettles your car. Now some I guess you call them snake corners, they follow each other in quick succession. Right, moves off through, I think that might be 11, drops into 3rd as well. Penultimate quarter on the lap, on about 2nd gear again, try not to lock the right lane, that's just there. In the final corner you want to try to get the best exit down that main straight you can, so he runs a bit wide there, but it's not a bad exit, so takes him to a 1:16.1 at the moment, but we'll see how the others can compare that.
Right. So Merrill comes across the line. He has a 1:18.0 on the mediums.
Ollie must have made a mistake in his life if he's done a 1:19.6 mediums as well. It's about 1.6 seconds off Mural at the moment, so.
H-Flash has done a 23.3. I think that would have easily been improved.
Albert's might get impeded here, no. That's about his way. Albert's still in his lap on medium tyres.
It looks like, actually no. Because he's doing this lap on no ERS. He's coming through the last sector now. Robin goes P2 with a 17.1. He pulls into the pits, Albert. Oh, and we've got,
yeah. Alex, is it?
Hold on, let me have a look. You got Adam. That's Adam heading off.
I think it was through turn 1. I think on the inside curve of turn 1.
Speaking of the Alfa Romeos, we've got Mark, who is not racing in the category anymore, due to I think some incidents that happened last weekend at Germany. So he will not be racing anymore, and he has a replacement. He's not here this morning. He just accepted my friend request not too long ago, so.
Hopefully you can start racing in the future races. For Alpha at the moment.
So H-Flash is gone. He's out of the session. And this yellow flag's sector 3, so is anyone coming through sector 3, so. Not at the moment. Oh, Adam's had another off. At the penultimate corner. On the medium compound, so it will go to.
Oh wait, no. Ollie or Owen. Ollie's a bit further up.
You'll go to Ollie. Hey, Ollie has been on some fine form lately, but some just little mistakes have just thrown his results out the window. Obviously, Britain being one of them, could have got a race win at his home turf, but just a few mistakes really upset his chances of getting that race win. He's actually on an outlap, so we'll actually go back to Owen. Oh no, he's on an outlap as well.
Albert's a bit further ahead of them on an outlap. So, 3 cars on an outlap on softs, I think.
Oh, yellow flag, sector 3, sector 2. Oh, Adam's had another off. Looks like he might have touched that curb that you can just really throw your car off, that white inside curb. After the fast left.
Yeah, turn 5.
So the two Brits are on the softs.
They can be on the Spaniard as well.
There's actually a lot more people on the softs than I was actually expecting.
Oh, I think that might have been invalidated there.
So Merrill's out. So he's going to be staying on softs 18-0. So Oliver comes through the middle sector chicane at the moment, and he's coming through the flowy section of this middle sector, the fastest part of the track. There is a YouTube comment, actually, there might be a weather report, I'm not sure, but we'll just check it anyway.
Albert's coming through the... Oh, yep, jumps into it, so I think it's invalidate there, but back to Ollie. Ollie comes around the final corner instead. Nice exit from the Wilkes, jumps up to P2, just behind Owen. But
5 tenths of a second.
Owen's a tenth and a half down in his time,
so I already know that Owen uses fully no assists, but he uses racing line, And apparently F2 next season is going no assists, but with racing line. So we'll see new people coming in from F1, maybe some new people from F3 and F4 as well.
Matthew Coyler's just started his lap.
Yeah, only Red Bull here this morning.
Who's meant to be in the other one?
Huh?
Who's another Red Bull?
Radimus is meant to be in the other Red Bull, but is not here. And he apparently is on his final warning for attendance as well, so from Brett, so it's now the yellow flag in sector 1. That is what's it called? Adam again, just going. He's very slow down the main straight.
Who's coming up? Matthew Hughes, if he duck it down this time. Otherwise, Robin will start his lap. He's 8/10 off his time, so we jump over to Robin. We only need the penultimate for him to start his lap. Probably looking for a good result here, so I can do just for Saturn win last weekend. But
the championship has just fallen out of his hands from these past few races. Owen taking this, he jumped Robin in the championship last weekend at Germany. So Robin's now third in the championship, and Owen we're looking down to hunt, or we're looking to hunt down Albert, who's around 40 or 50 points ahead. I'm pretty sure.
Robin takes a lot of curve there. He gets his right wheel entire way over turn 4 curve.
We're constantly getting yellow flags. It's Adam again, leading through Melbourne.
Very slowly. I think he's run out of fuel.
Yeah, I thought that as well. I need an up and go because my stomach is not feeling the best right now. So I'll be back real quick.
Rolling around to the final corner. In P5 at the moment, what can he improve to? He improves to P3. And Robin improves to P1. Wow. 10th quicker than Owen at the moment, so that's a really impressive lap there by Robin. We got the front two right now, separated by 10th, then you got all the way back in P3 by about half a second. Then another half second behind that is Melvin P4. So there's a little battle for pole here. There's not much in it. A lot of soft runners. I surprised myself and Josh here.
Right.
Robin's gone for provisional pole.
By around a 10th. Actually,
and
exactly a 10th.
Albert's just jumped in third, just off Owen.
Looks pretty tight here so far.
Top three are very similar in times.
Top three separated by a 10th.
Oh, he's just started his lap. What can he do to compare to the likes of Robin, Owen and Albert? He's matched his time through sector 1.
Runs quite wide through turn 4.
About 700ths of a second off. That's nice bit of curve there. Mercedes of Ethan, I think it was, gets out of his way.
Ethan taking the win at the regional race yesterday for the US Canadian regional.
Oliver's down in his
at Spain. He's just up by a 10th, but he's backed out of it.
Yeah.
Coming into the pits, just come out and do a final lap. Oliver, Owen, actually no, I'll say he's in the lap, but he's on a in lap.
He's 17 down in his time. Lap looking so far. That is looking to put in just about where Ollie is. I think we won't get Ollie, but we'll definitely get Melbourne if you can beat this time up. There's that feeling.
Well, Matthew goes P5 with a 16.7. So he jumps ahead of Melbourne. And just behind Oliver there. So Matthew not looking too bad here. Only 7/10 behind the leaders. Considering these past few weekends where he hasn't been on his finals form.
Everyone basically look at stuff. We got Ethan still out on track. We got started a lap on those mediums. And Oliver's on his and Matthew's on his lap. Yep.
So Ethan is on the medium compound. He's starting a lap now, so he's coming to the one-stop strategy. If he can get to a low 17, high 16, this would be a pretty good lap.
16 would be hard to hit on the mediums. But 17, if you can hit a medium.
I mean, for these F2 guys, yeah, maybe, but don't put out the question. Albert could probably easily do that. So he comes out to turn 4 now. Don't want to use too much outside curb. Keeps it nice and clean through there.
Yeah.
That curb at turn 5 is quite lethal if you touch it. It can completely split your car off if you touch it too much. Jesus, uses a lot of curb at the chicane.
Robert and Owen are out. And Oliver. And Albert. Jesus, throw that now.
It's been a pretty good lap here from Ethan so far. He's 3.5 tenths up on his time.
That's pretty tidy, but
Oh, gets a bit happy out of that
yeah, he's only
exit curb. He'll jump actually no.
Yeah, sorry. Adam.
And what will it be? It'll be a 17.8. So jumps ahead of a Merrill. But just
so we got the lead runners starting their lap now, the likes of Robin, Owen. Albert's still through the middle sector, but
got a Robin because he is gonna do his lap first. The DRS open coming to turn 1, around 75 meters out. Takes that quite nice and tidy there. You don't need to use all the inside curb there because it is a
yeah, you can get a better exit if you start wide, I think.
Won't affect you too much if you run a bit wide. And he's just up by 3 milliseconds.
Not much in it. He's set a pretty good time. If you can get into 15s, that'll be a good challenge for Owen or Ethan's. Owen or Albert's speed.
So could this be Robin's weekend?
He hasn't had a win in a while.
He hasn't had a win since China at the start of the season, I'm pretty sure. So, and he's just like half a tenth up on his time. So he's found time in that middle sector. Can he find some more time in this final sector as he comes through the penultimate corner?
At the moment, Albert's down in his up on his time, so Albert won't improve.
To the final corner, Robin comes. Well, there's been improvements.
He's going to set a
15. Just squeezes into the 15s. Owen comes across. He does a 15.7.
Wow, improves by 3/10. Jeez.
What a lap there from Owen.
Beat Owen at the moment.
But Albert is coming through this last corner now.
Albert's matching his time now. He's dead on.
Can Albert get provisional pole? Or get pole position? It looks like he might have invalidated on that last corner. But Oliver is on a lap.
Yeah, I don't think that's a lap.
Oh yeah, my mistake. Well, Melvin's on a lap and he's a 10.5 up on his time. So this could jump him ahead of Matthew for P5.
Good jump, yeah. Good too.
So he runs the final corner. Yes, jumps ahead of Matthew.
So there you have it. Pole position again for Owen Bennett. He seems
On
in
another
touch
roll.
with other drivers at the moment. Robin put up a good show, getting P2 for qualifying. So 2 drivers into 15s, then followed by Albert. Is he the championship leader at the moment?
Oh yeah, Albert's the championship leader. He is getting hunted down quite viciously from Owen. 2.5 tenths separate the top 2, and around 4 tenths separate the top 3. So not much in it.
Top 5 separated by less than a second, and then it goes to Matthew, who's just out of that second barrier. Then everyone else is about 2 seconds, so
You
3
see
seconds off.
3 people starting on the hard compound, 2 people starting on the hards, 3 people starting on the mediums. So those guys will be going a lot longer into the race. So if these guys can pull off a 1-stop from the softs to the hards, I'll be pretty impressed. I need to wait for them to load everything.
That we will. Strategies, fuel.
This up and go burger is making my stomach dance. So as we're going to start this formation lap, Bailey, do you want to run through the starting grid?
I can't, Josh.
What?
I can't.
Why? Oh yeah, true that. So on pole position with a blistering time and another pole position for Owen Bennett in the Williams. In P2 we have Robin Kreft just managing to squeeze into the 15s. Like I said, around 2.5 tenths behind Owen. P3 we have Albert around another 3 tenths of a second behind Owen in P3. Oliver in P4. Melvin Stabaka in P5. Matthew Coyler, who has been disqualified from the formation lap, is in P6. Ethan Lossing. Ethan has been disqualified as well, but he's going to start P7. Amiral Azriaf, is that how you say it? Amiral Azriaf. In P8, in the McLaren. P9 we have Adam Pong. P10 we have March in the Ferrari. P11 we have Yum, and then P12 we have Bailey Ford. Hey, you're in the Renault as well.
Oh,
that's a nice helmet.
that's from the McLaren one. Oh, change it.
So as they come through this final sector now to finish the formation lap. As I finish my up and go.
When can you retire? When do you retire? Like as lights
When the lights go out, yeah, I have to retire when the lights go out. So what happened with me. Also, it doesn't matter. As you get a nice rear tail shot of the field there. They will build up to the 5 red lights, but we're going to hold building the revs. Owen's going to build the revs. It's lights out, and away we go. Oliver's had a blistering start. He's getting ahead into P2. He's trying to go down the inside of Robin into turn 1.
Contact. Melvin's spun.
Melvin has been spun around. He's dropped all the way back to the back of the field.
That's why
He's got no wing damage, but he's going to keep going. Oh, no, it's you on the fence.
It looks like Melvin's front left contacted with Ollie's side pod in the Ferrari there. So.
Oliver had a blistering start.
Oh, and Robin's off. Robin is
in the fence. Oh, and he's rearing into the field.
And he takes out Jan.
Jan is out.
He's got a drive-through penalty for that, so I
That
think
was
that's
a
enough.
pretty daring decision to come back onto the track
Yeah.
like that from Robin, and he's just
He
completely
puts it in the
shunted into the
fence,
wall.
yeah.
He knows he won't
But-
get away with that, so there'll definitely probably an Steward's inquiry about that.
Anyway,
Oh, we
back
got
to the
Matthew
front.
here, runs very wide out of the fast right-hander. There's still a yellow flag in sector 2, so don't think this will be a safety car situation, but Matthew just harassing Ethan here. Ethan's had a very good start. He's up into P4, just behind his teammate, on the mediums as well, so...
When you say just behind, he's already a second out of it.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Albert
Albert's up the inside.
Ollie leaves some space, but Ollie's going to get the better run on the racing line there.
So he's going to have the inside line.
To turn 2. I think Oliver should keep
Oliver keeps that position.
So can't battle too much, because otherwise that's going to let Owen get away in P1 there. He's already pulled half his stake.
Three retirements already at a lap 1. Oh, 2 retirements actually. Sorry about that. Oh, looks like Oliver's had a pretty poor run out of the turn 5.
Very difficult track to overtake on Hungary, and
Yeah.
Albert is all over Ollie at the moment. Even with the dirty air, his car's not going away from the back of that Ferrari.
It looks like he might be running a little bit more downforce than Ollie. Oh, he's thinking of a move down the inside there.
Yeah, had a look at it.
Thought better of it.
You can overtake there if you get a good enough front, but
This is letting Ethan catch up as well. The gaps came from around 5 tenths.
Owen's already out of the second, so Albert's really going to need to try and push to get around Ollie here.
Ethan does fastest lap of the race. Is he going to go down the inside? Oh, he does a late move.
Very late.
Pulls it out last minute.
I thought there might have been some wheel contact there.
But Ollie holds on to the position. As Ethan is slowly making his way up to these top 3. He's got Matthew 1.1 behind him. Adam is trying to look for a move here on Matthew.
Pretty far back.
Well, not pretty far back. I mean, they're not too far off the lead. Oh, looks like Marchhead might have had a little bit of a moment because he's dropped behind Melvin.
I think he had to avoid all the
oh yeah, all the carnage.
On those hard tyres, all you want to do is just keep your front wing clean.
But he will have fresh tyres at the end of the race.
Yeah.
Which could let him go for fastest lap.
Oh, Albert is just pushing Ollie on there. Wow.
Look at him, he's using all of his ERS. All the ERS he can. He's got an overtake. His teammate actually might have a look here on Albert.
Yeah, side by side.
Looks like down the inside we go into turn 1. Albert goes really wide, lets his teammate through.
Nice move from Ethan there because he had to be careful not to outbrake himself too much, otherwise he's going to spear into Ollie. So
Albert getting very close there.
They're both Mercedes having a little battle again like they did last week at Germany. Mercedes
versus Ferrari. Mercedes playing some team games there, or look like, but now it's Ethan who's trying to hunt down Oliver. So we saw Oliver losing time here to Owen, just dropping back, but he's actually keeping the gaps at a good state at the moment. It's staying at 1.1 seconds, so he's not pulling away. If Ethan's not careful, he could be under threat from his teammate down the main straight. Adam's still harassing Matthew here for P5. He's going to have DRS on him.
Hold on, Ethan around the outside of Ollie at turn 1. He's trying he's going to keep his nose there, gets forced wide from Ollie. He's still there. He'll be looking for the inside here in turn 2. Brakes a bit later than Ollie. Gives Ollie a bump. Ollie's wide.
Ollie's in the grass.
No, there's no wind damage there. So was that a bump and run from Ethan? It looked like a bit of lag on our stream.
As this is all happening, Adam got past Matthew down into turn 1 for P5. Amiral was only 6/10 of a second behind Matthew in P6, so Amiral could be making himself a spot in the next couple of laps or so. The field pretty bunched up at the moment, not too like leaders, mid pack, and then the rear back markers, but Ethan will be looking. Oh, who had a moment there? I think Ethan had a bit of a moment there for the fast right.
Ethan did, yeah, because no, Albert did.
Albert. Ollie was lucky there not to get any wing damage, which is quite close to the wall. He's actually coming to the pits now. I'd expect him to chuck on the medium compound if I'm not correct. Owen's in the pits as well.
Nah, he'd go on the hard. He'd try to go to the end, I think.
It's quite daring to go to the end on the hards from here. Yeah, so he's going to chuck on the hards. We've seen him do this in many other races, but can he do it this weekend? Oliver is on the mediums.
Amiral and Matty are side by side. Amiral's going to try send it up the inside, but Matty defends it well.
Oliver's coming to the medium, so he's going to be committing to the 2-stop strategy.
Nice racing here. So Ethan's gone up 6 positions at the moment. Same with Adam in P3. Albert's going up 1 in P2, and we have Matthew going up 2, Mira going up 3, Melvin dropping 1. That's just fun to start there. Infant Marsh going up 3, Owen down 7 after that pit stop, but I'm sure he'll make that back up. And Oliver down 5 after a pit stop as well, and he's in mediums.
You can definitely start to see the difference in the mediums and the softs now, because you can just see Ethan is just pulling out the gap to Albert here, and I'd expect Albert to come in from his rivals yet, so he's coming to the pit lane now.
Reacting to
it'll matter if he fits hards or mediums. So we'll see where Owen comes out. He's going to chuck on mediums, so he's going to commit to the 2-stop. Oliver's only one so far is going to try and take these tyres to the end. Matthew's in the pits as well. He's chucked on the hard compound, so he's going to try and take those to the end. Same with March. Oh no, March has already started on him.
So Albert just stays ahead of Ollie there. Ollie's made up a lot of time though with that.
Around 3 seconds of lap time he's got on Albert. But the medium runner's already out leading.
As you'd expect them on their mediums.
So Oliver's actually made up some nice time here on Albert, and try to do the undercut. He's made I think he's made a second or a couple seconds just in that pit stop.
Oh, he's just out of there. I said it, Albert.
No, he's just got into it now. 9/10 of a second.
Back out of it.
Back out of it. Just out of it. Back into it.
Yeah.
Back out of it.
Coming into sector 3, the detection zone is just before the final corner. See a white marking across the road.
Oh, he won't have DRS.
There it is, and he's 1.2 out. So now,
so
Melvin's in.
Melvin's in. That'll be the hard compound.
As well.
Ollie does fastest lap of the race with a 1:20.4. So Melvin will be going to the end of the race. Ethan is still out leading. What do you know the pit window for mediums?
Mediums should be about lap 17, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, so quite 15. A big difference compared to the soft.
15 or 17.
So quite a big difference with the soft. So that means you can basically go... Oh yeah, true that. Doesn't matter.
No one yet has a penalty for exceeding track limits. A couple of people with some warnings.
Oh, Matthews had a bit of a tank slapper out of the chicane. I've just gone on board with him. The rear end just nearly stepped out from him. Nearly lost the rear end of the car, but managed to hold it. So Albert catching Owen here, 0.8 of a second separate them. We'll have DRS coming into the main straight.
Ethan's got about a 17-second lead over Owen at the moment. And I don't think that's enough for a pit stop around here.
Yeah, what's the pit? Do you know what the pit transit is?
No idea, we'll have a look.
Albert does fastest lap with a 19.8. Oliver's fallen out DRS range of Albert. Around 2 seconds the gap is now between those two.
Yeah, and so I missed that as you were saying. Albert's now in DRS of Owen. But then again, these guys do have to make another stop, and Owen just has to maintain some race pace here.
Same with, oh that's true. So, Owen, if I was Owen, I'd just let these guys through if they get too close. I wouldn't defend the position too much.
You'd give it you'd defend it a little bit, so, but,
yeah, but like, you wouldn't fight for your mind. Albert has a little bit of a moment in the chicane.
Yeah,
has to cut the second part.
Outbroke himself and hit Owen there, so he's just avoided inversion. Nothing wrong with that.
I thought Oliver would have a bit more pace in this.
Just out of DRS over Adam. But then again, Albert could play the team game and actually pit for battle with Owen, which gives Ethan a chance to come out in the lead.
Yeah, so he's actually pretty close here now, but Owen will have the slipstream of March in front of him. Will he make a move into turn one? No,
I wonder if
thought
March is
of
going to let these guys through easy.
I mean, he doesn't have to because it's not blue flag conditions.
Yeah, that's it.
So they are technically racing each other.
But the smartest thing for March to do would just be to get out of the way. He doesn't want to impede his own race too much, and by getting in a battle with these guys, it can affect his.
He'll be
very close to Owen.
He'll be gone quite long as well, so no point really fighting him.
Now they have caught up to March through the middle sector where you can't overtake at all, basically.
Merrill is 5/10 behind Adam now.
Yeah, he's got about half a second on the side.
He'll have DRS down the main straight, I'm guessing.
Oh, that's a bit of a corner cut there. That's quite well. Major. So I think Albert would have been close enough here on the front to make a move. But I was going to have the DRS of March. Oh, and there might have been a bit of contact there.
Merrill has DRS down here on Adam, but he won't be close enough.
Maybe with the double slipstream, Albert might get it. Albert's got a lot of straight line speed, we've seen that. So, he's
here we go. Very close here.
And Owen's actually pulling away, so never mind.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, he does have the slipstream of March, so that could help him quite a bit. And he might have a little bit less wings than Albert, because we have seen Albert
March is going to hold that, and while they've been behind all this, they've lost about a second to Ethan up in the lead. So March is really bad, and March has helped back these guys up as well.
And then they've lost around 1.3 seconds to Oliver as well.
Yes, yeah, because the Ferrari backing into the other Ferrari, it's good team tactics.
Oh, down the inside.
Oh, jeez, that's not the place you want to go for the move.
The daring move there from Albert.
Now he's got Ollie all over him.
It looked like he just missed his braking point and then just ran too deep and was like, oh, I might as well just go for a move here.
Yeah. March still keeping these guys behind.
I mean, March just isn't doing anything bad, he's just doing his race.
The gap was 17.8 seconds at the Sector 1 split.
Sorry, just had to mute him.
Alright, continue.
So March is helping Owen quite nicely here with the DRS and slipstream. March is actually going to go defensive.
Here we go.
On Owen.
Around the outside, Owen's going to try and get this done, but this leaves Albert the better run. Oh no.
Gets a switch back to the inside. He's going to have the outside line for turn 3. Or turn 2, sorry.
These guys both on medium tyres. March tries to push him wide a little bit. But Owen's going to get the inside line into 5, and he's going
So
to keep that, I think.
now that they're March has just let everyone else pass. So
Yeah.
I was say now that he's passed March, then he could just push as hard as he can.
Yeah. Well, the gap fell to about 18 seconds at most there, so
You can see
Ethan didn't really make the most out of what could have been a
you can see Robin's front wing still sitting there at the exit of turn 5 in the wall.
Albert's still all over Owen here.
So Albert couldn't make a move here. Down the DRS.
There's 6/10 separating these 3 cars.
Good battle
very
here.
Close, very bunched up. I wonder where Ethan's going to come out in all of this.
Ethan's still comfortably leading. He's pulled out another couple seconds here on Adam in P2.
Yeah, but these guys are pulling back in.
Yeah.
The lower end of the field.
So
here we go.
DRS now.
Albert with DRS. Owen with no DRS this time.
Owen has a decent amount of straight line speed in that Williams.
He got to about 297. Albert got to about 310.
But that Williams not looking too shabby with straight line speed.
He's keeping the cars behind.
You can definitely see Albert has the upper advantage in the middle sector.
Oh, he has a huge advantage. He's so much bigger than Owen through there, but he just can't get past through the main straights.
Like you said at the start of the stream, it's like Monaco but with but without the tight barriers.
Yeah. Big grass.
But March has just helped his teammate very massively here, so he's caught right back up to these 3, or to the 2.
I think Ollie's just watching this, hoping for an incident to occur. It's not really all over the back of Albert, as Albert is on Owen. So everybody's sitting back in case these two do get put into an incident, he can avoid it. Very constructive going out for basically provisional first at the moment, you'd say. Because I don't think Ethan's going to come out ahead of these guys. He might pull this one. So here we go. Go on board and have a look at all that. Albert 3.8, so it's not enough.
Brakes late, try to go on the outside to turn 1.
Still goes defensive.
Side by side.
But the DRS with Albert, I think he's going to get it into turn 2 on the inside line as well.
Okay, a bit touchy.
Bit of contact, but
he gets ahead.
Now Albert just has to put his head down and really pull the gap. So Owen's straight line speed, we've seen it, and it's a bit more than what that Mercedes has. Murray's still sitting 6/10 behind Adam in P3 at the moment.
A close battle there for P2. Ethan's just pulling out the gap.
He's boxing this lap.
Oh yeah, he is boxing this lap. So where will these top 3 or the position 5 to 7 come out? You'd expect them to jump ahead of
the
Ethan.
gap is 18.3 seconds.
But Ethan will have the quicker tyre at the end of the race.
Yeah. No, he's on hards.
I mean, yeah, he has fresher tyres, but gives him a pace advantage.
Well, if you have a look, Albert's... it's going to be close between...
Comes out behind Oliver. Oh, Oliver's got to go down the inside and Owen into turn 1. Brakes very late.
Himself. Owen does too well to avoid that way. Owen will switch back. So Ethan's just come out about 1.5 seconds behind all this. Just missed out on our DRS.
But Ethan will have the fresh tyres and he will have a pace advantage on these top 3. Albert and Oliver will have to stop again. And there's 9 laps.
All over Owen. Oliver looking to go move through the chicane here. Around the outside, gets left no room. No penalty for that. I wonder if you got a warning. I'll have a quick look.
Oliver and Albert do need to stop again. And Ethan has 9 lap fresher tyres than Owen.
Oliver didn't get a warning for that, by the way, so it's okay. Oh, and Owen gets hit.
Nearly clips the wall.
His rear end got a bit slidey.
2.7 seconds the gap already.
Ethan's got up to this.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Albert's gone. Albert's had an off.
Oh, so this is straight back into it again. That is not what Albert needed. He put a nice gap.
But now that's let Ethan have DRS on his teammate.
Yeah. Well, Ethan had DRS.
We make a
anyway.
move down to
Here
turn
we go.
1.
Oliver up the inside. Pulls it off nicely this time. Doesn't allow a switch back for Owen there.
He's still there.
Yeah, but with DRS, yep. Nice move there from Ollie. Now he has to try and do what Albert was doing and just put his head down and get a move on with the race. He doesn't have as much DRS though compared to everyone else, and Ethan has the most at 90%. And it goes to Albert at 50, so...
Ethan looking pretty nice here.
Ethan can just sit here. Oh, Albert touches the inside curb and
teammate gets past.
Allows his teammate to go up the inside.
I mean that'd probably basically be a strategy call from the two Mercedes. I mean if it was real life. Because that is just let Albert have a little bit more fresh air.
Well, yeah.
Oh, not big, but like he'll still get dirty air, but like he has a bit of chance.
Albert might want to be sitting there with Ollie, knowing they're on the same strategy. But then again,
that's
Ethan
true.
wants to sit there with Owen, knowing they're on the same strategy. So,
well, if Mercedes want the win, then they'll need to rely on Ethan.
Yeah, that's it. If they want more points, maybe it's better off to let Albert go, because Albert has more pace than Ethan at the moment, I'd say. He's still in those mediums, and I don't
not necessarily. I mean, fresh hards compared to 10-lap old mediums.
I'll have a look at the fresh Albert can put on this lap, but I think Albert's also just saving
Adam only 4/10 behind Melvin, who just gets a 3-second time penalty. So the first driver with the time penalty of this race. March is in the pits. He's chucked on the medium compound, so he'll be going to the end of the race.
We're very close to that chicane. It's a good shot. You know, 4 cars going through there at once. Everyone within a second of each other. Owen just keeping that DRS. Oh, Ethan nearly just made a mistake. I mean, he did make a mistake. He didn't drop it or anything.
Oh, Melvin has had a moment out of the middle chicane. So that is him down to P8. Still 14.8 seconds behind head of March, sorry. So everyone finishes here, they've all scored points.
But only 2/10 off Ethan coming down into the straight.
So top 4 separated by 1.5 seconds. Adam pits.
Adam, yeah, he must have front wing damage. I'll check that for you.
And gets a 5 second for speeding in pit lane.
So he does have a front wing damage, so that's why he's in. With his 2 lap old hards, so there's no reason to having them front wing damage. So back with the leaders, looking like a tight race here, but I wonder if Ethan can actually challenge Owen for a win here, because we know that unless Ollie or Albert pull it up here, they're not going to land on these mediums, and they're going to get jumped by Matt in P5 and even a Mural in P6. So Albert's also got a 3-second penalty.
So that's the first of the top 4 who's got a penalty.
I think that is, yes. So Ollie's on 2 warnings. Owen hasn't got a warning, nor has Ethan. So Ollie and Ethan both don't have a warning.
Owen's actually out of DRS range of Ollie now. 1.2 seconds coming through the last corner.
He is, so Ollie...
Then inside, Ethan was thinking of a move.
Oh, he got very close.
On the other Mercedes powered car. You can see the pace advantage that Ethan has on Owen now.
He's getting very close to Owen.
Oliver gets a 3-second.
This is basically a battle for the lead, but if you have a look at the 2 tyre differences, Owen on 13 lap old hards and that's Ethan only on 4 lap old hards. So Ethan's got a huge pace advantage.
Oliver has got a 3-second, so It's only Owen and Ethan who hasn't got a penalty yet out of the top 4.
We would be expecting Owen to go to the end here. There's some incident goes his tyres wear a bit more than he expects and anticipated, but down onto pit straight again. Ethan gets a bit wobbly coming
Albert's coming into the pit lane.
Owen's in and Albert's in, so both the medium runners are in.
Oliver's in. No, Oliver's not in.
Oh, sorry. Albert, yeah. No.
So there'll be another set of mediums.
Albert going for an undercut on Oliver here in the Ferrari. Ethan just has to maintain that DRS and not let Owen get out to a
and that is
hard to pull back in.
And that has really eased the pressure off Ethan while he's trying to get past Owen. You can definitely see down the straight that Owen has a lot more straight line speed than any of the top 4.
Yeah.
Or then.
Oh, Ethan, I think that might have been his first warning race there. Nope, he's still going. They won. Oh, Owen's made a little mistake. These tyres on Owen's car really starting to get some negative towards things. If you ride on board with Ethan, you can see
it's just flickering.
Little block up.
It's just flickering between the softs and the hards for me on Owen's car.
Huh.
Oh, Albert runs quite wide at the last corner.
Ethan.
Not Ethan, sorry.
And Ollie's in. So Ollie's chucked on new mediums as well. Matt's gonna jump again. I think Ollie's just gonna get out ahead of the mural here. Oh, it's very tight.
Oh, Mural gets ahead of him though.
Mural is gonna stay ahead, yeah.
Stays ahead of Albert, 2.3 seconds.
So Albert will be helping that, and Mural's just gonna back
Mural's
into Albert.
Matthew is actually an effective P3 at the moment because he doesn't need to stop it again.
Well, he's in P3, but yeah, with those two medium runners of Albert and Oliver back there,
you just don't know the.
Really gonna have to, yeah.
You just won't know the effect of the deg on these tyres, carrying them out so far. Oh, Melvin's out. Oh, he's dropped it out of turn 4.
Yeah, you can see that he's must have taken a bit too much inside curb, got floated down and gone off into the wall. If you look on Adam here, you'll see
we'll look on ball to Adam.
Yeah, and on this.
Oh, he's in the middle of the track.
Road. That's right, yeah. But it'll possibly cut a bit, but we'll get moved in a second anyway. Here we go, Oliver looking to move on a mural because the mural's basically back to Albert into Albert now within DRS of these guys too. Oliver really. Here we go with DRS. I think Oliver's going to get this move done. Albert sets fast up. Oliver goes around the outside. The Mural's going to want to keep that position. Oh!
Bit of contact.
Mural just touches Oliver there. And that's going to... Oh, Albert's not going to be able to get past from there. So now, is Matty going to hold up Oliver or just let him through? So
Oliver needs to push now. Yeah, Ethan's still only 3/10 behind Owen up at the front.
I think he's happy just sitting there and saving, you know. There's no harm in doing that.
I mean, Oliver needs to gain around 16 seconds on the top 2.
Oh, Mural's got a 3 second there. And he's holding, Ollie around the outside. That's a lovely move, but
so he's up in the P3.
That's going to allow Matty to have some.
Is Albert close? Is Ethan close enough? He's going to break later. Try go down the outside into turn 1. Owen still stays ahead.
Albert's going to get past. Yep, Albert gets past the Mural. Matty can't get past Ollie, so Ollie's really just putting it down now so he can send his jump over Albert.
Oh, just went to a 10.5 there, the gap between the top two. Looks like the Mercedes cars are running similar setups to the middle sector, because they look quite strong in the middle sector, but as of Owen is quite strong in that first sector.
Yeah, Owen doesn't have much ARS saved at all, and if you go on board with
Yeah.
Ethan, wow, Ethan with 90% compared to Owen's 20.
He's basically just sitting in the slipstream the whole time, saving his ears.
Ethan's made up 5 positions here, so the most out of any driver today. So he's had a nice clean race.
And gets a 3-second.
I'm really be impressed if Owen's size can hold on for this, so I'll have a look at it. It's 18 lap over hard, so that's it's a big ask. But same with Matty, it's only P4 or 16 lap over mediums, and as we speak, wow, that's a bold move.
Oh.
Albert gets through on the final corner.
Bit of pushing and barging around the last corner.
Albert got through on the final corner, but that gives Matty some DRS. No, Matty can't do anything with it. Right. So the situation of the race now is that Albert's got to pull in Ollie, who's 2.5 seconds up the road. That's for the battle for the third spot on the podium. And then we have Owen and Ethan going at it for the win. So, could be two interesting battles here at the end of the race. I'd say. We remember that 2.5 second gap between Oliver and Albert in case that moves.
Ethan just needs to have a very good last sector if he wants to get close enough to make a move down the DRS straight.
If you have a look, that's where Owen's been using medium at the moment, and that's where Albert's on high, but he wasn't none. Yeah, so.
He just loses it in that penultimate corner. There's a yellow flag. It's Adam's heading off at 10.5. Looks like he might have hit that inside curb, the white inside curb. And this car's just spun. Merrill's actually in the pits. And he's a 5-second.
Does he have wind damage? Maybe he wants fastest lap, I don't know.
No, he's not getting a wing change. I think he's just going to try to go for fastest lap.
That's a bit weird. I don't think he's going to make it that long.
Is he steering a stop go or something?
Yeah,
no, he's just very late out of the pit box.
That also lets March go through. Yeah, he would have got more points if he had a stadium P6 without fastest lap compared to P7 so I don't know what Mira was thinking there, but bringing up some points for position as well. And with Robin out of the race, oh, sorry.
Ooh.
Ethan's going to look up the inside.
Down the inside he goes.
Inside. Oh, of course. Owen wants to see if the position goes a bit wide to do so.
Oliver gets a 3-second.
So Oliver has 3 more seconds than Albert at the moment.
But the gap is a lot closer to what it was before.
1.6, yeah.
Will he be close enough to make a move?
Ethan just couldn't get that move done at the moment, but we'll have a look down this main straight. This is about 3.
Try to make a move around the outside.
Has to yield a little bit. Going a bit wider.
Owen is making his life difficult, trying to get past him.
So, as it stands, we have Mercedes double podium.
Yeah. 3 seconds still, because Albert only has 1 penalty. Ethan has, Ollie has 2.
These guys up the front, I'll check their penalties now, but Ethan still doesn't even have a warning, and Owen has nothing either, so these two still don't have anything. Yeah, as we saw, Oliver with 2 penalties, and Albert with 1 and a warning.
Oh Jesus, they're getting very close to that middle sector.
They are. Here we go, this is where Ethan's been looking for a move actually. This one here, and you can see Owen goes a bit defensive to counter that. Forces Ethan to run a bit wide. Not many laps remaining in this race, and yeah, Ethan might have to get the move done soon if he wants. Albert's actually got past.
Oliver has probably looks like he's had a moment. He's let Albert go on. Well, Albert has gotten past. But Oliver is effectively another 3 seconds back. Ethan go down the inside into turn 1.
What would spice some things up now? Right.
Owen positions his car quite nicely for defense.
It's got pretty overcast.
So we haven't had a weather report.
Yeah, maybe we might get some rain at the very end of the race. It'll be a big pull, big ass, but make the race a little bit interesting, I think.
And gets another 3 seconds.
For F1. Muriel does get the fastest lap.
15-0.
It's still not worth it to jump.
Oh, 19-0, sorry.
Now Adam's got in, and I think he will be the fastest lap.
Yep, Adam gets a 5 second.
That's his third.
Oh, look at this! Look at this, side by side. Full lead. I don't know why there's ghosting, because I've turned ghosting off.
Yeah.
Side by side to the penultimate corner.
Here we go. Ethan's gonna get a.
This will be the best chance to get the move done. Because look how close he is now.
Is that enough? 3/10. 3/10 isn't enough. Oh.
Brake late, my friend. Brake late, my friend.
Ethan tries to go around the outside. Ethan gets a bit tail happy.
Owen was defending for his life.
Owen does want this win. He wants to make it 5 on the trot. He's not going to let Ethan get
Owen is doing a beautiful job at just defending his position at the moment.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely not making it easy. Oh,
little moment from Owen there.
Crouch going the inside.
Oh, there's a bit of contact. That was about as much as Ethan could do there to get past, because if he knows if he touches that inside curb, it's the point of no return. So
looks like he might have just hit that inside curb a little bit and got his car a little bit unhappy on the through the corner.
I don't think he did touch it. He used Owen to hit it instead of touching that inside curb. So nothing wrong with that move. I think it was a nice move there from Ethan. But,
we've known Owen to have some good straight line speed, and he's quite close to him down this DRS straight now.
He is. And if Owen can get...
Oh, gets a bit happy at the last corner. He's lost a lot of time.
That's what 23 lap old hards do, I suppose. They're not meant to last for that long. If you have a look at Owen's front left, you can see it's starting to peel ever so much.
Yeah. You can just vaguely see the line.
Yeah, not right now you can't, but as you...
Well, there you go. As I say, in the shade you can.
And if you go on board with Ethan, you can't see that, so it does prove that.
Down in P4, Ollie's not letting Albert breathe either.
Yeah, but with that 3 second extra penalty than what Albert does, it's gonna be tough. Muriel's maybe looking to catch March back up again. A soft split. I don't think he's going to pull that quickly. Back up to the lead. What can we see in return here with Owen?
You can see Ethan using more of his ERS now.
Yeah, well, he's actually got some there to use into instead of trying to catch up to the back end of the car. So let's send his lead for once. There you go. First race end of the race.
Fast lap of the race. Owen's just not close enough this time around.
You can see he gets 320 down the straight there. And with DRS, Ethan's getting to about 312. So about an 8 kilometre pace advantage.
Just like a Ferrari engine in real life compared to a Merc.
But he's a lot closer to slap, as he was saying. 2 tenths, backs off a bit further. So the gap to the leader is 8 seconds back to Albert's the yellows in sector 2.
Oh,
and Ollie's
had an off.
He's got wind damage as well, so I don't think he's going to go to the race now.
And that is going to let Matthew get ahead of him and for P4.
That is. And not only Matthew, but also March, his teammate. And a mural, if the mural's close enough. So Ollie could drop down from P4 to P7.
But with 5 laps to go, can we see Ethan stop a winning streak of Owen?
Look at the lead. Owen.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now.
Round the outside. Oh, bit of contact. Owen turns into Ethan a bit.
Owen's gonna get a taste of his own medicine.
Owen wants this win really bad, and you can see that from the way he's driving that. Very aggressive, and he wants to try to get around Ethan as good as he can.
He's doing very well to stay with Ethan, considering he has 9 lap older tyres.
Ollie's staying out on those with the wind damage, so maybe he thinks there's not enough. There's little laps to go.
It's only missing an end plate.
But if you ride on board, look at how much the understeer's through here. Ready?
Oh yeah.
Like that's not good. So.
And he's lost around 2/10 to Matthew just in that corner.
And he got a warning from that corner as well. So one more warning, he's gonna make a penalty. I could check the weather report for you, and I was in the lobby after that.
But the DRS, they're still gonna have DRS down this main straight.
Look how dark it is now.
It's getting quite dark.
It's 5/10 close enough for Owen. I think Owen's definitely going to stick his nose around outside again. Oh, maybe up the inside. Brakes late. No.
You can see all the rubber on the inside down the main straight.
Oh, Owen's dropped it. Owen's out. Owen's out.
Oh my god, Owen's out.
Owen has got way too oversteering coming out of turn 2.
And we have a VSC.
VSC. So this puts a
Mercedes 1-2. This could help Oliver, but he's stayed out. If he wanted to pit, that would be the best time.
I don't think he was far enough back. I think the VSC came out after he went past the pit lane.
So the winning streak has officially ended there for Owen. Very unfortunate there. He's doing very well to stay with Ethan, but it's turned to Mercedes 1-2.
Yeah, I was riding on board, and it looked like he jumps the exit curve of turn 1 a little bit, and with old rubber like that, you know, you got to be really careful with the throttle input you're doing. I think he's done a bit too much. You can't save this car.
The VSC has ended, and we're back racing again.
Albert's only got 4.1 seconds to his teammate in the lead, but Albert's also got 3 seconds.
Owen will be smacking himself for that.
He will be. I completely agree with that, but now Matthew might be getting a podium here, I'd say.
1.3 seconds. He's doing very well to catch up to Oliver here. He's getting quite a bit of time. Gap's under a second now.
Ollie's in. Yeah.
Ollie's in the pits, so he'll be chucking on softs to go for fastest lap.
Fastest lap, yeah.
And this is going to let March get up to P5, so this will get March in his best finishing position of the season.
That's not bad thinking from Oliver, not gonna lie. He did lose a lot of time himself, but he didn't stop the likes of Albert going in for fastest lap by staying out.
He could have stayed ahead of his teammate if he stayed out, but he didn't have a lot fresher tyres. 2.5 behind a Merle coming down the pit lane.
7, nah. So I think Ollie's just gonna have to consolidate for P6 with the fastest lap.
So 2 laps to go here of the Hungarian Grand Prix. It's a Mercedes 1-2.
The race got turned upside down. Wasn't expecting any of that.
We've seen a couple of Williams 1-2s for a few races. Now it's a Mercedes 1-2.
The likes of a championship contender with Robin out of the race in the first lap. And then
Owen's gone.
Yep.
Albert is just extending this gap with a lot of unlucky circumstances from the other drivers.
So, have a look at I'd say have a look at Ollie here. Let's see, go fastest lap. not much else happened for the rest of the field, so.
Adam gets a 3-second. Check how many Oh, Adam's had an off. Out of turn 4.
Check how many penalties who? Yep.
Adam has, because I feel like he's got quite a few.
Adam, oh, Jesus, alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, how many penalties?
6 times 3, yeah, 18.
18 seconds.
So, not that it'll matter, he's pretty far back anyway. So, Oliver's made 3 stops this race. Same with Adam. We were going on 2 stop. March and Maddie both on the 1 stop. Albert on 2 stop, and Ethan on the 1 stop as well.
We start the final lap of the Hungarian Grand Prix. It's been a very eventful race. A lot of battles going on.
Is there going to be any formation here from the Mercedes going across the line?
Doing me and Seb at Mexico Season 2.
Did you guys do formation all at the line there?
Yeah, we finished like 20 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. We had a formation finish. Through like the last sector.
Round in the middle sector for the final time. He's using his fuel lights on, not much air is left.
He's weaving already.
Yeah, he knows.
It's been a very good weekend for him. He won the regional race yesterday for Canada regional race at Spain, and he's going to round the final corner.
Been a long time since he's been up on the top step here, I think, in F2, but
it's not Owen, it's not Albert, it's going to be Ethan Lossing who wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. And Albert is going to finish it off to make it a Mercedes 1-2 finish. And
you couldn't call it a dominant race from these guys, but they've made a race stick out to a Mercedes 1-2.
But what a race for Matthew. He gets a podium for the first time since Belgium last season.
Wow.
So congratulations to Matthew. And March will get Meryl's actually very close here to March.
Unrealised penalties, and I think that's actually going to allow Oliver as well to get it.
So March gets his best result of P4, and Meryl stays in P5. I'll invite these top 3 into the party. Where are they? Spray the champagne, boys.
There you have it. Everyone getting put in the field except Ethan.
So Matthew's here first. Matthew, we'll start with you. I don't know. Wait, where did you start on the grid? Because hold on, I'll look here.
P6.
So you started P6 on the grid. It was a pretty. I mean, at the end of the race, you just, with luck, you just managed to get the podium. I think it was your first podium since Belgium in season 3. So, want to give you a big congratulations for you and the Red Bull boys. So yeah, just your thoughts on the race in general. If you can hear me, I've got it muted. Oh my god. So Matthew, sorry, I had you muted. You started P6 on the grid. A very good result for you, P3. Your first podium since Belgium last season. So yeah, congratulations to you. The podium came out of just pure luck. Owen dropping it out of turn 1. So want to give you a big congratulations to you and the Red Bull boys, and just your thoughts on the race in general.
First of all, that is my first podium in F2, which I'm very grateful for. It was
I thought you were. Oh yeah, sorry.
But anyway, yeah. Well, the race I knew that Hungary is quite a technical track, so I was just making sure that I didn't push the car to the absolute limit and spin off. Quite a few drivers had time penalties, so I was just making sure I didn't try and cut many corners. And yeah, it was a crazy race. I was just making sure I kept my head down, didn't make any mistakes, and got on the podium, which I'm very, very happy.
Yeah, it looked like you're in your own bubble for a bit there. Just not many cars around you or anything, but you just kept consistent pace, and it brought you out in P3. And then, so congrats, man! Congrats on your first podium in F2.
Thank you.
Big congrats to you.
We'll move on to P2 now with Albert, first of the Mercedes drivers. So, congrats on your podium as well, Albert, extending the championship lead once again ahead of Owen. And yeah, what were your thoughts in the race? Racking up P2. What were your thoughts once you saw Owen in the fence?
Well, I was happy. By one hand, I was happy because he's been winning 4 races in a row, and I mean we needed to cut his strike. I don't know what happened to my mechanics that they put me the medium compound instead of the hards.
Oh, you meant to go in the hards? Wow.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Lately.
Yeah. Then after overtaking Owen, I dropped it out. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, yeah. Then I knew Ethan was in an alternative strategy. He was behind me. He overtook me at the beginning of the race, and he had a chance to overtake Owen. So I decided to stop Owen and let Ethan
catch up
through. Yeah, and then I saw him crashing out, and yeah, it's a shame that Robin crashed at the beginning of the race also. So yeah, let's see if in Belgium we can both have, well, all of us have a great race without crashing, and this, yeah, I'm really happy with the Mercedes one too.
Yeah, no, it was a good race, and getting that P2 is important for the points and the Drivers' Championship, so well done and congratulations to that.
Congrats to you. So, Ethan.
Yeah.
Yep. The one-stop strategy really helped you in winning this race. Obviously, you were having a very close battle there with Owen for quite a few laps there on that final stint. And then him managing to dropping it out of turn 1 really just basically secured you that race win. And obviously a very good weekend in general for you, winning the regional race yesterday and the international race this morning. So congratulations to you.
Thanks. Coming into this race, I didn't think I really had much pace at all. So I knew that if I went on the soft tire, I was probably going to do no better than 5th or 6th in qualifying. So I figured I might as well go on the mediums and try to get P7. And then from there, I'll have the pressure tires all race long. So that would give me the advantage, which would compensate for the fact that I was not that fast here. And then the start, it was key. I got around, I forgot who it was, the 2 guys in front of me. I got around them on the outside in turn 1. I think they made contact, but that was huge, as that was able to get me some clear air and get me up to the top 4. And then definitely had some luck with what happened to Robin and Owen, but it was still a really good race. I'm sorry about what happened to Oliver. That was not intentional at all. In turn 1, he kind of squeezed me off, so I was on the inside. In turn 3, I was going to kind of try to squeeze him out a little bit. And then his car, on my screen, I don't know how it's his, but on my screen, his car ghosted. It was inside of my car, and then it unghosted. He was in the grass. So, I mean, that was completely unintentional. I did not mean that to happen.
I think we got to blame a bit of lag there for that, but nah, if you're aiming for P7 and you've brought it out in P1, that's got to be happy with that. Can't be complaining at all.
Yeah, I can't say I expected a win from probably my qualifying lap was terrible too. It's probably one of my worst qualifying laps I've ever done. But from that, and then the fact that Hungary is not my favorite track at all, I'm very happy to get a win here.
Yeah.
Definitely a well-deserved one for you. And
great race to the constructors.
Yeah, Mercedes won too as well.
Constructors too. Yeah.
Mercedes won too as well. So, and that'll extend Albert's championship lead as well. So good result there for the Mercedes boys. Join us next weekend as we go to Spa for the Belgian Grand Prix. Anyway, me and Bailey in the commentary box. Oh, shut up, Bailey. Me and Bailey Ford in the commentary box. Don't know if you're joining me next weekend.
No.
Yep. So I'll be by myself next weekend. So so that will be our coverage of the Hungarian Grand Prix for this morning. Join us in around 40 minutes time for the F1 category and F4 category, covered by Mark Bratby for F1 and Robin Kreft, and I think Brett is doing F4. So join us in around 40 minutes time for those. From signing out from the commentary box, Josh Banks and Bailey Ford. See you next weekend for the Belgian Grand Prix.